even now and up to the end of the meeting, that we have participants from different countries around the world. You can also, if this is your first time to be here, type the name of your country. It helps us understand and explain when we are explaining things that are financial. We will be accommodative of the country that you're joining us from. I've been involved in this line of business for the past 21 years, the business that I'm going to share with you tonight. In those 21 years, I've seen a lot of great financial success stories, but also outside the financial model, the business model, there are others who are only concerned about the product or interested in the product. You are also welcome to these meetings as you understand the product that you want to consume or to use. And also others who are not really interested in the real financial model, but they just want to focus on the product retailing. You're also welcome to this meeting. Maybe you're an agro dealer or you're in some form of business that is involved in retailing of products. You're also welcome to our meeting tonight. And those that would want to build the business, and also those that want to support and help people in their communities, this business and the products that it comes with and everything else connected to it solves the day-to-day critical problems of our society today. And I'm going to briefly explain to you, and these meetings are mainly for our team members, but they are open, especially our Monday and Saturday meetings are open to new people so that we can help you to understand what we do, and together we can collaborate and work together and have a positive impact in our troubled world today. Our business is a simple business model, which is a baby of the conventional model, which happens to be around 200 years old, if I'm not mistaken. By conventional or traditional model, I mean a system where you have manufacturing companies like Coca-Cola, Unilever, Apple. They research and develop products. They manufacture them. But in terms of product distribution and the marketing and advertising that causes the product movement, they rely on a traditional model, which has got traditional marketing and advertising, which takes a bigger chunk of the revenue in this model. They also rely on multiple middlemen who exist between the manufacturer and the consumer. And here you have, for example, the suppliers, the wholesalers, the distributors, the retailers. This is a functional, established business model on planet Earth. If you want to make money, the lower level, you can become an employee of any of these players. The higher level is you choose the entry of where you want to position yourself. You can be a retailer, you can be a distributor, you can be a wholesaler, you can be a traditional marketing and advertising company, and so on. When you make money and you want to get into business, you can enter into this particular model. The second way to start a business is the franchising or franchise model. Here you have one who originates a name called the franchisor. They set up a brand. They make sure they have structures and systems. If it's a restaurant, they have their own unique recipe. If it's a hotel, they have their own training systems, their own uniforms, colors, and logos. The way the Holiday Inn in China looks is the same way the Holiday Inn in South Africa will look. It's the same way you look at the same Holiday Inn in Canada. The way it then operates is, while the franchisor might run his own stores or hotels, they then offer the opportunity to those that are willing to buy into the use of an already established name and system called a franchisee. If you want to make money, you want to be in business, you can then buy into the use of an already established system as a franchisee. This particular model has two players. You have names like KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Holiday Inn, the Hilton Hotel, real estate companies, and so on. I have some of my students who, after working with me for some time, have gone on to set up businesses in the traditional model. Some went on to buy franchise models. The third way to start a business is called the direct distribution model. This one also originated from North America market. You have the manufacturing company, who is not different from the manufacturing companies of the first model. They research and develop and manufacture products. But then, in terms of marketing and advertising and product distribution, they remove the traditional model. You do not have suppliers, wholesalers, retailers, and traditional marketing and advertising, the traditional ones. They're all flushed out. And then you bring or go straight to the consumer. You invite the consumer to come and partner with you as the manufacturer. Hence, if this is your first time to be here, this is an invitation that was extended to you for you to come and partner with the manufacturer. And when you partner with the manufacturer, you're going to be involved in consumption of the product, obviously, which you have always been doing. But outside choosing to be a consumer, you can also decide to consume, but focus on product retailing for the purpose of business and making money. And also, if you don't want to just focus on consuming and retailing, you can focus on business operation, where you attract large numbers of consumers, you attract retailers, you attract other business minded people. You link them directly to the manufacturer, but they are being connected with the recognition of your name because you are the one who did marketing and advertising to them. Even just inviting a person to this Zoom meeting is a part of the marketing and advertising that I'm talking about. Creating a social media advertisement is a part of the marketing and advertising that I'm talking about. Those that are operating the business, they are doing the business on a larger scale, and they get much of the money which circulates in this system. But it is up to an individual to choose whether they just want to be consumer, to retail, to build, or to take leadership while they'll build. And you can also become all the four, you can become all the three, and so on. But you also need a manufacturing company that uses this distribution model for you to then come in from the consumer side to partner with the manufacturer. Our manufacturing company uses the two global names you see on the screen. Greenwood International Group, or GW International Group, is the holding company of all the subsidiary companies that are under the group. In other regions like Latin America, we use the name HGW, which is shortcut for Health Greenwood International. Any office, any product you see with any of those logos and names is a part of Greenwood International Group. Greenwood is a giant research and development and manufacturing company established in the United States of America in Michigan in 1994. Greenwood set up research and development facilities and thereafter established production facilities so that the researched and developed on work materializes into physical products. To date, 4 major production facilities have been established by Greenwood Group, one in Canada, another one in Tianjin of China, another one in Nanjing of China, and also another one in New Jersey in the United States of America. These are the 4 major production bases of Greenwood. But Greenwood also bought BlackBerry Group, which is now wholly owned by Greenwood. Greenwood Group is also putting up a new factory in the United States of America and New Jersey. On the first picture there, you see founder, president, and senior scientist of the group, Professor Daming Lee, showing the board of directors the clear mapping of the new factory of Greenwood. Below that, you see the Greenwood USA blueberry farm. In Nanjing of China, we also have another blueberry farm of Greenwood. And in Uganda, in Africa, we are putting up a production facility which is going to be officially launched and opened this year. We also, as a research and development and science-based company, partner with high-level educational and research and development organizations at global level. There you see a collaboration between Greenwald and Cornell University of the United States of America. These were meetings held around September of last year to forge those partnerships. And these collaborations center on joint research projects, co-establishments of laboratories, and also exploratory studies in emerging fields in nutritional sciences, agriculture, health and wellness, and others. We are also in a very strong partnership with the Nanjing Agriculture University of China. We are also in partnership with the New Jersey Agricultural Experiment Station, which is under the Rutgers University. It was formerly known as the Philip E. Marushi Center for Blueberry and Cranberry Research and Extension. It is 100 years old this year, with advanced research and development laboratory facilities, with agricultural activities in blueberries, cranberries, and so on. This is an advanced research and development facility. We also collaborated with the Makerere University in Uganda, and we continue to do that at international level. We are certified globally as a company. We have the Good Manufacturing Practice certification. We have the highly respected Food and Drug Administration certification. And our products have individual certifications in different countries at global level. Professor Damingly, well educated from Nanjing Agriculture University, with an agricultural microbiology doctorate from Cornell University, which is one of the top 20 in the world, and also a postdoctorate from Wisconsin University in America. Professor Lee worked for the Michigan Research Institute, hence the title researcher of the Michigan Research Institute. Professor Lee is a member of the North America Blueberry Association, among many other things. She has led Greenwald from being a small Michigan state enterprise to grow and become a multi-million-dollar global business. We have a proper organizational structure, and some of the regional presidents, like for Europe, for Africa, for America, they are part of the board of directors of Greenwald. We establish branches across the globe, and we have management across those countries employing thousands of employees in those offices, warehouse facilities, production facilities, research and development facilities, and so on. We today have managed to set up about 70 branches across the globe. We are fast moving towards the 100-country mark. In Africa, from Cape to Cairo since 2007, we have set up branches one after the other. We will use 2026 to complete the branch establishments across Africa region. This week, we opened a new branch in Somalia. We will, after this successful opening, we are earmarking in the next month of March the branch set up in Ethiopia, which is one of the biggest countries in terms of population and so on the African continent. We will also set up a branch in Morocco after the Ethiopia establishment, and all the other remaining countries, and most of the countries painted green there, we already have our branches. We see steady growth in Europe region, despite the disturbances in the Russia-Ukraine war, but we already have branches in those countries, and also in Poland, in Belarus, and many other Europe and Eurasian countries. We established our first branch in America, in Canada, for the distribution. In 2004, we established the distribution business for the first time in the country of origin of our country, and also the country of origin for our distribution model, which is the United States of America. As part of our 2026 Global Strategic Plan, we are setting up a branch in Dubai so that it becomes the hub and the main distribution channel of the expansion into the entire Arab market. The Dubai and Morocco branch will see the movement of Greenwald into countries like Qatar, into countries like Saudi Arabia, and many other countries there, if you have people that you know in all these regions that I'm talking about, this is an opportunity for you to expand your business into all these markets. In Latin America market, about 6 years ago, we set up the first branch in Bolivia, and the Bolivia branch expanded operations into Colombia, into Chile, Ecuador, and all the countries in the Latin America market, in Mexico, and so on. We will soon, in the near future, launch a branch in the key market of Brazil. We are a global business, and we are rapidly moving towards our 100 country mark. And from 100 countries, we will expand to the entire globe. Greenwood International Group is a product-based business, paying attention to quality, relying on science, research and development of high-quality products. This is the pillar of the group. Greenwood does not compromise on quality. We are a highly specialized international company in terms of those areas. Our products, which are today sitting at over 300 different types of products, they fall in different broad categories. We are heavily invested in the health and wellness industry with the manufacture of high quality natural and organic health and wellness products. We also are heavily invested in agriculture, and we came up with one of our revolutionary products, and it took years of continuous research and development work to come up with a powerful formulation of our first liquid organic fertilizer called the NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. We will, after the successful launch of this product 10 years back, about 10 years ago, we are going to launch a second product in grain form, the Trichoderma Hasianum. We will, after that, launch animal husbandry products and other products that are used in agriculture. Outside the broad health and wellness category, we have the agriculture, but outside these two, we have other lines like beauty and skincare, personal care, functional food products, among many others. We also work with high-level scientists. Professor Damingly is a high-level scientist, but you cannot go solo if you want to do big things. We partnered with high-level scientists like Professor Shen Shirong, who is a member of the highly respected Chinese Academy of Engineering. It is the highest recognition in academics and engineering in China, with about 1,000 surviving members of the CAE. Professor Li also partnered with Professor Jason Zhang, who is a scientist working, agricultural scientist working for the United States Department of Agriculture. Outside Professor Jason, outside Professor Shen Shirong, we have other scientists behind Professor Daming Li. A bit about our organic fertilizer for the farmers that are here in this meeting. Like I said, it's called the NutriPlant, the Greenwood NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. Of course, it has two labeling packages. In the next meeting on Wednesday, I'll put up the other labeling so that you don't think it's a counterfeit product. It's just requirements of different governments globally. And on the right, you see a soon to be launched Trichoderma Hasianum fertilizer. This one comes in grain form, and if you study Trichoderma Hasianum, it's a fungus that helps with soil health. And the NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer works for all different types of plants. Whether you're doing fruit trees, you're doing farm products like maize, tobacco, soybeans, cotton, sunflower, it works for all these plants. If you're doing horticulture, you're doing flowers. This morning, there's a lady from Zimbabwe, I hope she managed to join the meeting, was sharing with my wife about the Rosella. She was sharing pictures of how after spraying the organic fertilizer, how the rosella flowers are performing, and it's incredible, it's amazing. And farmers around that community, they are amazed with what they are seeing there. And on Wednesday, I hope she will join the Zoom meeting, and I'll also put up those pictures, and she will be there present to share so you can understand what we are talking about. I hope Mr. Sangoya farmer, banana farmer, who is also here, is going to be able to share briefly so that you know the effect of this organic fertilizer on fruit trees like bananas. You can also use it for rice, for wheat, for seed soaking, where you soak your seeds in water mixed with this fertilizer using a ratio of 1 milliliter to 1 liter. You soak your seeds, and you depending on the type of seed, like for beans, you just soak for 2 to 4 hours. Like maize seeds, you can soak for 8 to 12 or so hours, and then you plant the following morning or same day if it's beans. You are going to achieve 100% germination, faster germination, and also you are going to see that your plants are healthier right from the beginning. After germination, 2 weeks after germination, you can start spraying, or 10 to 14 days, depending on the rapid growth of the plants. But 2 weeks is standard practice. If they are seedlings, maybe tobacco seedlings, maybe it's tomato seedlings, cabbage seedlings, spinach, 1 week before transplanting, you can spray your seedlings, and then 1 week after you transplant them. For tobacco, after germination, you can give a minimal ratio and spray, like 5 milliliters to 20 liters of water. Today, I have a farmer who, because the tobacco auction floors in Zimbabwe are opening on the 4th of March, 20 days from about 16 or half a month from now. And they are going to the floors. And he said since he started doing tobacco, he has never gotten any quality like that. In terms of leaf size, in terms of weight, in terms of the quality of the tobacco. So obviously farmers that were using our organic fertilizer, and they are now going to the tobacco floors, they are going to come back there with so much money. And also, after that, like after germination for the tobacco, then you are going to spray 1 week before the second one, then transplant. Then after 2 weeks, you start the spray in the field. You're going to see what's going to happen there. It works for sugarcane. On this coming Wednesday, I will do a small feature on sugarcane in Zimbabwe. Our fertilizer is being tried for the up to mid-year this year. They started last year on sugarcane, and because farmers that had been using the fertilizer, they saw amazing results in sugarcane. And so I'm going to be showing you results and reports from the sugarcane experiment station in Zimbabwe. And what benefit is this going to do to the farmer? They incorporating this organic fertilizer on their fertilizer regime. The yield that you are going to get is massive and significant yield increase. If you were getting maybe 8, 9 bags of maize, or 9 or so tons per hectare, expect to get much more. Of course, to be conservative from manufacturer side, and this is how science works, we say 30 to 40% increase in yield. But farmers that are here and those that you will see on Wednesday will confirm to you that because of the NutriBlend Organic Plus fertilizer, they have 100%, 200%, 300% increases in yields. They are shocked that they have been doing agriculture for so many years, They've never seen a product that performs this. It's well formulated, just like a nitrogen, just like a lactogen formula or a non-formula for children. This is what's happening. This is beyond that. And also it helps control flower abortion. Also helps to extend the fruiting time of the plants. Also helps to extend the shelf life of the produce. You might be doing fruit trees, doing flowers. You might be doing perishables like vegetables and so on, tomatoes. It also helps plants to be drought resistant. Outside drought resistance, even when your plants are affected by heavy rainfall, it helps resurrect or resuscitate your plants back to life and you have a good harvest. So it works either there's a drought or there's too much rain. The negative effects of drought and the negative effects of too much rain, you can control them or help your plants by the application of the World Nutriplant Organic Plus Fertilizer. It also helps plants to be infertility and disease resistant. It also helps plants to strengthen their immunity, to raise the Brix sugar levels of the plants. And when you raise the Brix level, plants that are healthy do not taste good to destructive insects, whether they are biting and chewing, suckling insects. They do not like healthy plants. Hence, you see, after using this organic fertilizer, if your neighbors are battling with certain insects, when you come to your fields, you'll see that there is no insect bite. It's the effect of the NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. Join our Wednesday meeting to learn more and to hear more powerful testimonials. We have laboratory test results to show the nutritional composition of what is contained in this organic fertilizer. And these are from highly respected, reputable laboratories at global level. And we also are certified in different countries. The product has to have its own certification outside the broader company certifications. There you see a few testimonials from farmers. These apples you can see from the left that they were terrible before. A year in, year out, this is what they were getting. After just minimal application of organic fertilizer, this Happy Keller, who is in Canada, you can see the quality of the apples on the right. You don't need rocket science to know that this thing is authentic. Your eyes can tell you. You can look and then you can tell. Look at this 50-hectare wheat project in Zimbabwe. After spraying organic fertilizer, wheat grows like grass. It produces tillers, and from the tillers produces wheat heads. The more the tillers or shoots, the more the wheat heads, and the higher your harvest. After the application of the NutriPlant Organic Fertilizer, which they were resisting to purchase initially, after 10 to 14 days, they were shocked with the massive increase from 3 to 5 tillers per plant to 15 to 20 tillers per plant. They had no water, as this is winter wheat and it's not raining in Zimbabwe during winter. But because our product helps plants to be drought resistant, they manage to get on average about 5 to 6 tons per hectare. Today, they are one of our biggest customers after what they saw on this project. This is Fabiola cabbage, which is a smaller variety giving you 2 to 4.5 kgs. Hence, per hectare, you can do 80,000, 100,000 because of the size of the cabbage. But after using their basal fertilizers and their top dressing fertilizers and everything else they were using, look at the weight after application of the NutriPlant Organic Plus Fertilizer. Up to 7 kgs, 7.5, 8 kgs even per head. The chili, the pepper, the cucumber there, and the uh, potatoes, and so on, the maize. This farmer wanted to show that without changing the maize seed, while they were getting one maize cob per plant every year, after the application of the Greenwood NutriPlant Organic Plus fertilizer, each plant has 2, 3, 4 maize cobs per plant. Your own common sense will then tell you that if previously with one maize cob per plant, you were getting maybe 9 tons per hectare. Now, you have 2, 3 maize cobs per plant, and the maize cobs are bigger than before. Your common sense will tell you the yield increase that you are going to get there. You don't need to be a student from Harvard to know that. You just need to be normal and to have a common sense. Look at this tobacco. Even if you don't like smoking like me, you don't smoke. But you can tell this tobacco looks good. It looks nice. And I'm going to be giving you many stories and many success stories as farmers are now moving from different areas across Zimbabwe. From March, April, May, June, July, they'll be coming to the tobacco auction floors to sell their tobacco. Tobacco is one of the biggest crops in Zimbabwe, generating much of the export revenues among other crops that are done in Zimbabwe. This is an important crop for Zimbabwe. On the health and wellness package, before I move to the money, we have natural health and wellness products. We have herbal teas. We have dietary supplements, blueberry-based products. We have pharmaceutical products and so on that are manufactured by Greenwood. Now, health is an important aspect of human life. Without it, you cannot exist. You are not this body. You are inside this body. But you need the body for you to be alive and to function in this planet. And hence, you need to look after this, your first most important real estate or property. This property is being affected today because people don't know how to take care of this property. It requires sufficient exercise, enough water. Per every 30 kgs of water of weight, at least 1 liter of water into the body. Meaning if you weigh 70 kgs, at least you need to drink 2 liters of water. But if you weigh 90, 100 kgs, at least you need to drink 3 liters of water. If you weigh 120, 150, you need to take at least 3.5 to 4 liters of water because of your weight. You need to eat healthy. You need to get enough quality sleep. Greenwood Group manufactures natural and organic products that help for prevention if you have no disease in your body, and also for those that already have health conditions. World Health Organization estimates that about 5% of the global population are 100% healthy people. About 20 to 25% of the global population are in the sick category. They have diseases, they are on treatment. About 75 to 80% of the global population are in the sub-health state. And this then becomes the global crisis that we are facing. They are not diagnosed with diabetes. They might be in the pre-diabetic state. They are not on high blood pressure medication, but they have signs and symptoms of a person with diabetes, with hypertension. They go to sleep, they are not on any medication. When they wake up, they feel numb the whole side. They have some heart palpitations here and there, but they have no medication they are taking. They have periodic headaches, and they don't know what it is. They have feel heaviness on the heart. They feel muscle cramp. They have periodic cramps and so on. They have breathing problems, sleep apnea problems, but they are not on medication. And these people belong to the 75% to 80% of the global population, the sub-health category. These are the people that you are working with, people that you stay with. Just interview them about their body. You hear the cracks that are in this real estate. You hear the problems, the shakings that are happening in this real estate, and so on. And some of them you just hear that, I was with him yesterday, but I was told that he just woke up dead. He just said headache, and then he died. He just said side pain, and by the time he got to the doctor says it's too late and he lost his life. It means while he was working, while he was doing everything that he was doing, and he looked normal, and people around him thought that he was okay, the person was not okay. Hence, the importance, when you look at the sub-health and the sick category, the importance of now taking natural and organic products, eating healthy, drinking enough water, exercising the body, and so on. But that's not easy today. As much of the foods we eat, they are contaminated. Not in the sense that you find worms or bacteria there physically. No, they are well packaged, smell good, taste to the tongue and the mouth. Oh, it's good. But they contain preservatives of chemical origin, food colorants of chemical origin, pesticide residue in the final produce that we eat, fertilizer and other chemical residues in the final produce that we eat, and so many things, herbicide residue, and so on. And as we consume these things, there's an accumulation of toxic substances, some of it that the body eliminates what it can, what it cannot stays in the body and damages our body. And all these things collectively, they have negative effects in our body. Hence the importance to clean or to detoxify as the first prerequisite requirement of human health. These are warning signs that your colon or digestive system needs some cleaning. When you have fatigue every time, you have weight gain, you have pale skin and some acne or skin problems, digestive system problems, poor concentration at work, in class, or anywhere, constipation, headaches, stomach pain, nausea, vomiting, depression, mood swings, anxiety. All these are signs that you need to clean your digestive system. Scientists are saying that people who drink bottled water on a daily basis ingest over 90,000 more microplastics into their body. Scientists today are saying that mouthwash increases the risk of heart attack and other heart diseases. The World Health Organization today has concluded that processed meats like sausages, hot dog, bacon, they have finally been classified as group 1 carcinogens, carcinogenic foods. They cause cancer. In group 1, you have culprits like tobacco, arsenic, and asbestos. To think that bacon, sausage, hot dog belongs to this category, you can only start to think, if your common sense is working, that if it has taken us this long for us to know that these are cancer causing, they are carcinogenic in nature, how many more things are we buying and using? They are in our refrigerators, in our pantries and everything. How many more things, how many more ingredients have not yet come out that they have negative effects in our bodies? if it took us this long for us to conclude this, how long, what are the things that we are using today that are going to be revealed to generations to come? And they'll be told that your grandfathers and your fathers could not live long. They were dying of cancer. They were suffering from this because of this. And when you look at the processed meats, for example, they contain nitrates that are not good for health. Yet when you look at the young generation today, the middle-aged today, the consumption of these processed meats is very high. In some countries, recycled cooking oil and so on, and many other things, they have negative effects on human health. We cannot stop. You can't have a meeting with your family tomorrow and say we are going to stop eating bacon, sausage, and hot dog in this family. You are going to create more enemies than ever in your own house. But what can you do? You can introduce the knowledge, the ancient knowledge of the wisdom of the old, of taking herbal teas with no sugar and no milk. The traditional Chinese medicine concept of the taking of herbal teas, the taking of products to clean the digestive system periodically, the taking of products that help the flushing out of heavy toxic substances from the human body, and so on. That way, you can then counter the negative effects of the things that we are breathing in, the fumes from old cars, industrial sites, and so on, the medications that we take, the drugs for different health conditions, the foods that we are eating, the recycled water in big towns and cities globally, and so on. Diabetes is on the increase, estimated to be around 200 million people around 1990, and today at around 800 million people. It has become a global crisis. These are the real pandemics that we're talking about here. And these are ongoing. They're non-stop. And the numbers are increasing thanks to scientists like Professor Lee Deming for coming up with the products that you see on the right. We have thousands and thousands of testimonials from around the world as the products not only help to control, but help to regulate different kinds of health problems. And if we have people that have used these products that are in this meeting, they can share with you their experience and experiences of their family members, with some of them being declared type 2 diabetes free after using these products. We have male and female care products. Men struggle with erectile dysfunction, poor sexual performance, prostate enlargement, and other urinary disorders. The package you see on the screen helps. Women are not spared as they struggle with fibroid tumors of the uterus, ovarian cysts, infertility problems, negative effects of birth control. In the next meeting on Saturday, I'm going to share with you briefly the negative effects of family planning tablets, depot injections, and so on, so you understand the crisis that the world is in. The products on the screen, because they are natural and organic, they help in those areas. We have women that were failing to conceive 8 years, 10 years in marriage, who have children today. We have circulatory care products as heart diseases, blood circulation related problems are on the rise today. We have bone and joint care package products as people struggle today with arthritis, osteoporosis, and other bone and joint diseases. The products that you see on the screen, they help in prevention and also help people that are already struggling with those conditions. And we have respiratory care. We have, if you have a relative who works in environments where they are not getting enough clean oxygen or air, like those working underground in mining areas, they need these respiratory products like the clear lung tea, the Kuding tea, the Gin Pure tea, and also some of the antiviral products and natural antibiotics and anti-cancer products from this package. And some they work in environments where they use a lot of hazardous and toxic substances. And as they stay there for long, they suffer from health conditions that affect the respiratory and the lungs in the human body. We also have cancer care, children care, we have skin care, digestive care, and many others. The products are the foundation of our business model. For without a product or a service, that business is not legitimate in most cases. Hence, this is the foundation of where now the money comes from. What is it that we take to the market and exchange that thing for the money? What value is carried in that thing, in that product, that when we bring that value to the market pays for that value. And as they pay for that value, and then we have a business to talk about. We are talking of an organic fertilizer, which is not just a product for you to take to the market to collect money and be rich, but a product that brings value to the farmers, to agro dealers, and to our communities. If the product is 100% organic, it means it's not bringing any chemical toxic substances to the produce that we as human beings are not are going to consume. It's not damaging the environment. Hence, even animals and all the nature around us is not affected negatively by what we are selling. Even after your grandmother sprays the organic fertilizer in the morning and she forgets and eats the same vegetables in the evening or afternoon, there's no side effect as there's no chemical in the fertilizer. Small-scale farmers who are in the rural areas, small-scale farmers who are battling to make ends meet, irrigation programs that are being done by government, community-based projects, non-governmental organizations, they can add value to these people. As if the organic fertilizer can boost yield truly, if we can increase the yield by 100%, by 200%, it means where they have 5 hectares, if they are going to effectively use our fertilizer and the yield increases by 100%, it means now they are like somebody with 10 hectares. We did not increase the size of the land, but we increased it using a revolutionary, well-formulated organic fertilizer. Medium-scale farmers who want to expand their operations, and some of them grow into commercial, we can also help them using this product. Hence, we are bringing value to the community. Families need that father who is going to work and is complaining of headaches that have an unknown source today. That man needs to be protected for the sake of his children. That mother who is working and is earning money to look after the children needs to be protected. Hence, we are bringing high quality, scientifically backed products to the families to protect their mothers, their fathers, to protect their health so that they remain productive and they can look after themselves and look after their families. What an amazing opportunity that you have been invited to tonight. In closing, now when we talk about the money, I know that if you joined the meeting just for the money, you're saying, when is he going to talk about money? That's why people are scammed in the world. Because the minute they sit, they want to hear about get to the money, get to the money. No, money doesn't operate like that. if we are talking of business, we must be able to talk about the model. What model are we using? If we have the model, do we have the product or the service for us to get into the business? And then we can then use the model to move the product or get the service to the people. Once we establish that we have the model, we have the product and the service, then now we can talk about business. Because when you come into our system and you represent farmers, if those farmers are coming, you are not bringing them to us to scam them. No, you have just identified a product and a group of level-headed people who know what they're doing, who have other partners, scientists that are behind us that we are working with, who bring a product that we can then bring to these farmers and bring value to them. If you bring your farmer to us, if your farmer sees my board head in this meeting, that guy is going to thank you. Just like the farmers who are sending testimonials here. Some of them don't know me. They just know the people that then reach out to talk to them. And I'm not Professor Demingly. I am a representative of the organization. I've been doing this for 21 years. I'm speaking from a deeper understanding of the subject. Even if it was a child who was a pregnancy 21 years ago, 21 years later, that child is mature. 9 years from now, I'll be 30 years in this thing. I'll be more mature than now. So I'm not talking from just the street or just appearing or just the need to be seen or to be known. That's why you don't even see my picture when we send the link. We're not looking to be known. We just want people to benefit from what we are doing and what we know for sure that it works. Our model originates the distribution model now. How we then move the product from the manufacturer to the consumer. We do not rely on the conventional model. We rely on the direct distribution model. Direct in the sense that we link the consumer directly with the manufacturer. The consumer is you and I. But now in this particular model, the consumer is going to be given some rights that are entrepreneurial and business in nature. Meaning that he's not just coming like he does or she does in the conventional model where you go into the supermarket or the shop and you pay for what you want. You pick, you pay, and you go. That's it. In this model, we do not use the pick, pay, and go system. In this model, we use the pick, pay, and build and earn system. Now, how can a consumer partner with a company that might maybe has a value of, let's say, 100 million US dollars? How does a consumer partner with such a company? Because in business partnerships, you have to bring money on the table. For you to be entitled even to 0.001% share of a company, you need to place money on the table. If you are a part of the organization, for that to happen, you need to have played a major significant role in the development of that company. You must have paid with sweat and blood for you to be given a portion of the shares so that you can start getting dividends. It doesn't just happen like that. But in this model, what is entitling the consumer to partner with the manufacturer? And then every day the consumer is now earning money. The payout might be once a month, but the earnings are happening daily when consumption is happening. What is happening is that in business, no matter the quality of the product that you produce, if you do not have consumers, you have no business to talk about. You produce a good phone like a Samsung or an Apple phone. You load them in the warehouse facilities. No suppliers, no wholesalers, no retailers are coming to you. You are going to be the most broke company in the history of planet Earth, having produced an amazing product, but yet you're going to be broke. So consumer is important. That's why those who understood this thing of the consumer years back, they concluded that consumer is the king. The reason is because without the consumer, you do not have business. You have no cash flow. There's nothing to talk about. So, in our model now, when we flush out the middlemen, we are recognizing that these middlemen are making money just for passing a product through them. They fit themselves between manufacturer and consumer, and they come in as a wholesaler, or they come in as a supplier, or they come in as a retailer, just so that they fit themselves on the between the two, and they become the channel of moving the product to the consumer. But now our model removes them. And when we remove them, we link the manufacturer with the consumer. So the consumer is now bringing on the table his ability or her ability to consume, number one. Number two, the consumer is also bringing his or her ability to attract other consumers, create consumption, and so on. Today in 2026, I don't need to stress this more. No. The power of the consumer is pronounced to this day more than ever before in the history of planet Earth. Because when you go on social media, Facebook, you will see that if a product is being advertised there, and then there are many consumers that are sending messages, if those reviews are positive, the consumption of that product can increase in one day, in 1 week, in 1 month because of technology. So the consumer now does not need to bring 10 million US dollars, 1 million or $3 million on the table. Because already I have the ability to use a toothpaste that can be converted into capital. On top of my own small capital, I have the ability to attract other consumers. I have the ability to create consumption. I have the ability to cause consumption. I have the marketing ability to create a post and put on social media and boost it and attract other consumers. That ability is what I place on the table, and it's my structured capital that entitles me to partnering with the manufacturer. And once I bring that, I'm now entitled to a percentage of the revenue. When a product is purchased and it can be traced that it was because of my involvement, even if it's indirect, where I spoke to my aunt who then spoke to a farmer, and if my aunt is benefiting, but the fact that I spoke to the aunt who then brought the farmer, when the farmer is buying the organic fertilizer, while my aunt is getting a percentage, I must also get a percentage from what the farmer is purchasing for life. For if I had not spoken to my aunt, the farmer was never going to know. If that farmer brings his cousin, who brings his cousin and another farmer, from the cousin and the cousin and the aunt, while this farmer is benefiting and my aunt is benefiting, I must also benefit, because had I not spoken to my aunt, all this chain that is now coming and knowing the product, well, it was not going to be there. Hence, our business is a consumption capitalism business model. It is a consumption creating wealth business model. It is a business model where consumption is structured in a way that after being structured, it can be converted into capital, it can be converted into entrepreneurship, and it can be used to gain the rights of equitable share of the revenue of a business, of the revenue of each product. Hence, in our organization here, about 38% of the revenue belongs to the manufacturer. About 62% comes to our side. So what I'm saying is if a product costs $10, $3.80 is retained by the manufacturer, and $6.20 comes to our side. Those that do product retailing, they can even put a retail price on top of this $10. They can sell it for $14. The $4 is their retail profit. Yet they are still benefiting from the 62% revenue share. It's a consumption capitalism business concept. It's a consumption creating wealth business model. Hence, you see them coming into the model, maybe with no money, with not much money as consumers. But after 5 years, after 6 years, after 10 years, they are six-figure earners. They earn $100,000 annually. They earn $300,000 annually. They earn $1 million annually because they brought something which is the real lifeblood of a business, which is the consumer. So, today, at international level, it is estimated that over 100 million people are either a consumer, a retailer, or a builder, though we are all classified as consumers. But you are my student, you came to the meeting tonight, you understand the higher level of the thing, that these consumers can be then classified as those that just use, those that retail, those that build, and those that build and take leadership. So, it has its advantages. The capital requirement to enter is very low. The operational costs are very low on the consumer side because much of the huge operational costs that push people out of business are borne by the manufacturer. Like you don't need to worry about research and development, which takes a lot of money. 10% of the annual revenue for a company goes to research and development annually. And you don't need to worry about production. You don't need to worry about dealing with salaries and wages. You don't need to worry about regulatory authorities. We register the products in different countries. One product can cost 1,000 US dollars. 1,000 times 300 products, that's 300,000 US dollars just to register to get a paper. And there are unlimited returns. There is residual income which keeps coming because the 32-year-old farmer who is buying the organic fertilizer for the first time this week, and maybe this farmer, let's say, is going to die at 79. That means for the next 47 years, this farmer will be buying the fertilizer. How do I know? Because the fertilizers that they've been using, since he started doing agriculture, he's been using it. Since he started knowing how to brush teeth, he has been using a certain brand of the toothpaste. Since he started consuming food, he has been buying certain brands of the cooking oil. It is that consumption and that ability to consume that is being taken to be converted into consumption. Hence, you see, when our model started, it faced a lot of resistance. The reason is because people who were in the traditional business maybe thought that it was going to affect their businesses. Just like when the franchise model started, it was not accepted. In some countries, it was banned because people that were in traditional businesses were afraid that if then more people buy the franchise models, and I'm in a traditional model where I have a traditional restaurant, so I'm going to be kicked out. So all the fear and the rejection of the model, it hinges around who is threatened by the existence of such a model. You work at your own convenience. It's an international business. You get financial education at low cost. It's inheritable. It's an opportunity to help others. Now, how do you get involved? Simply go back to the person who invited you. Tell them I'm interested. They're going to help you to sign up. You just need their name and their business license number. for you to register as a direct consumer retailer, builder, or leader. Secondly, you choose the entry level that is suitable for you. There are higher entry levels, like level 5, level 6, and a percentage of the money that you use there on top of the products you get is going to be paid back to you. And then you have level 4 and level 3. The 4 levels on the screen, these are basic. They accommodate everyone. But if you want to go minimum, you choose between level 4 and level 3. Level 4 is around $1,020. Level 3 is around $270. The $20 in these monies is for registration. I'm aware that in some countries it's $15 and so on, I know. But if you can't enter as level 4, level 3, you can come down to level 2, level 1. Level 2 is around $100. Level 1 is minimum $20. Any amount between $20 to $1,020, you can register. Those are the minimum for that rank, for that entry level. There are also higher entry levels. Level 4, level 3 are the best because the percentages used to calculate your money are higher. Number 2, you can also grow from level 3, level 4 to the highest level in the business because of what is happening in your team or organization. But when you start with level 2, level 1, you can still upgrade to level 3. Even if you start as level 3, you can still upgrade to level 4 and so on. How do you upgrade? With your personal money, you can purchase more products using your international business license number. If you don't have the money, the paper money is not the only money. People are money, like I am money. If you want to know that I am money, bring a person who has no money to me. Let them join my team. Look for them 2-3 months later. You see them earning money, which means they were brought to money. Now, if you do not have money to upgrade, you bring people that need the product. They need the organic fertilizer. They need the diabetes products. They need the male care package. They need the high blood pressure products. As they buy the products using your name or your distributorship, the system will upgrade you. Let's say you started with $100, but then you brought customers this week that bought products for $300. 300 plus your 100, you now have 400. The system automatically upgrades you to level 3. So on the 18th of every month, on the 17th and the 18th, our international computerized system will be running these updates. And on the 19th and the 20th, people are earning money that is being generated from that 62% revenue share. The retail profits have nothing to do with this money because it's money that you get and you don't need to bring it to the company. So when you choose your entry level and you sign up, if it's above $20, you're going to get products of your choice. You're going to get your international business license number, commonly known as a distributor number. You're going to get information about the business. And fourth, you're going to get the rights of marketing and advertising, rights of product distribution, rights of using the company name, rights to earning money from the activities of the business. And this is the most important thing. So after this meeting, you go back to that person and then you tell them you are ready. You want to start with $300 US, 1,050, 2,000 US dollars, $400, $200, and so on. This is proper product-based business. Now, after you register, how do you operate the business? First, we have a business protection system to protect you when you invite people. When you invite people to Zoom meetings like this, to physical meetings. If you're a farmer, you arrange other farmers, you gather them. When you gather the farmers and they are all interested, what you are supposed to do yourself is to join under the person who invited you. And then all the farmers that you brought, if they want to buy only, they buy using your name. If they want to join and buy with their own membership, they join under you and they buy using their own cards. If they want to also distribute, or if they're an agro dealer, they join under you. You yourself, you join under the person who invited you. And all the farmers that you gathered must join under you. And so that as they buy products for life, you are supposed to be rewarded for the marketing and advertising that you did of calling them to that meeting. And that calling them to the meeting and the relationship you had with them that caused them to come to the meeting because of you. That is what is being converted into business and into money. That you cannot tell someone that this herbal toothpaste is good and they start using it for life, benefiting the owner of the business, benefiting supermarkets and wholesalers and shops. Yet you are the one who did marketing and advertising and you are not being paid. Just like your mother, you are now 48 years old. You are still buying the same cooking oil that your mother told you is the best brand. You are still buying Vaseline, which means somebody told you that this Vaseline is good. And how many bottles have you bought? You have lost count. How many people did you also tell? You have lost count. But how much money are you getting? Zero. This is what our model rectifies, to say you can't be talking for nothing your whole life. You can't be recommending things without benefiting. You can't use a fertilizer and then you see it's good and farmers are coming to ask, what are you using? And you are telling them for free. This is what our model is saying. You can't be talking for free. You can't. You're not, you are doing marketing and advertising for nothing. Now, our model now is saying, no, you can get a share of the price of the product. But for that to happen, you need to be protected. How are you protected? The customer who wants to use the product must be registered in the Greenwood system. And there's a section where they must put the one who invited them, the one who did marketing and advertising to them. And if they are an agro dealer, they're going to be ordering fertilizer and selling. And if it's a person that you know, this person might come in, they don't have high consumption ability, but they are connected to someone who has a high consumption ability. Both you and that person must benefit from that, because it was your invitation to a Zoom meeting. It was your message. It was your Facebook post. So you must protect your talking. You must protect your postings. You must protect anything that you are doing that is causing people to know, by making sure the people are registered. But as they are being registered, make sure that your name and your business license number, which is lifetime, they are involved. So what you are seeing on the screen, I've labored in explaining to you. You can't be told by anyone ignorant that, oh, I saw someone on top, others below. It looks like a pyramid. No, this is a business protection system. Even if I'm never going to introduce anyone, but I'm going to be using the toothpaste, I'm going to be using the organic fertilizer, I'm going to be buying the herbal tea for life every month. You who brought me into the system must earn money for life. What if you die? When you die, you must still continue to earn money from what you did, because you will not die with me. So that then brings the inheritable component. And if you are good at inviting people, or you know people, or you know you can attract people, that talking can make you money in this business. So the 4 people you are seeing on the screen there, they were invited by you who is on top there. And they said yes. Some said no. Don't be bothered. People have been saying no since the days of Adam and Eve. And then you bring those 4, they say yes. The people that you are bringing, remember, some are just going to consume. Some are going to retail. Some are going to build. Some are going to be powerful leaders. In this business, people is equal to money. Don't get into transactions where you talk to a person and then a person tells you that give me your person so that I give you money. Don't. I'm speaking from 21 years experience. Who knew the day I joined this business when I was 24 that Tendai has the ability to generate 1 million US dollar sales monthly? Who knew that? Nobody. People looked down upon me. Some were even jealous of my little growth at that time. They didn't know that I had the ability to generate 1 million United States dollar sales monthly. They didn't know that if I really want, I can grow from 1 million to 3 million to 5 million to 10 million dollar sales monthly. But I didn't look like it at that time. But look at me now. So imagine you invite me, you trade me for anything. And in the near future, I'm generating 1 million US dollar sales. You are supposed to be getting a percentage of that 1 million. Don't lose the people that you introduce to this business. In this business, people is equal to wealth. People is equal to riches. People is equal to money. For what they can become is unpredictable, even in the early days of them coming into the system. Don't lose your people. Don't. After getting into this business, don't fight with your people to the extent of losing them, because you are going to regret. So new people that are coming into this business today, keep and protect the people, because the talking you are doing and the invitations, they fall under marketing and advertising. Now, here is where the money is now coming in. You brought those 4 people. They entered as level 3. They paid $270. $20 went to registration. $250, they are collecting products. Meaning, when you invited them, that was the marketing and advertising stage that we are completing and closing now. Then they said yes, and they paid money, they registered, and they are collecting products. This is now product distribution or movement. Products are moving out of the warehouse to somebody's house. Now, monthly, after they try the $250 products, they start buying more and what they like and things like that. Because it's only one product that convinces people. They will trust the rest of the products based on something of quality that they used. If they use the organic fertilizer and it works, they believe the herbal tea must work. They believe the diabetes product must work. So, from the 4 people there, firstly, they will help you to be moved to level 4. Because once you have 3 people minimum that have moved in rank, you move to the next rank. So you have 4 people that are level 3 now under you. That means you are now a level 4. Secondly, you are supposed to be paid on the 20th of the month. 75 US dollars 30 cents times 4 people, $301.20. Because had you not done marketing and advertising, this product movement was not going to be there. Had it not been you doing it, you and I, and the product was in the traditional system, this $75.30 was going to be consumed by traditional marketing and advertising companies. radios, televisions, radio, billboards, and so forth. It was going to be consumed, a part of it, by suppliers, wholesalers, retailers, and so forth. Both this portion and the retail profit, all of them, was going to be consumed by this system. But because you and I came to push this system out so that we then forcefully come ourselves and partner directly with the manufacturer, we are now supposed to take all this money. It belongs to us. That's what's happening here. So the money is going to have names. But don't waste your time thinking about the names. Understand the concept. That's what I understood years back. That's why I'm here 21 years later. I understood that I came in to push the supplier, the wholesaler, the retailer, the marketing and advertising. I'm now connected direct to the source. And the money that they were eating, I've come to eat that money. But I'm not eating it on my own. I eat it with my other eaters that I can bring. So it's my eaters and their eaters, and so we are a group of eaters. We have come together. What was being eaten by this group, it's now being eaten by us. So welcome to the eating. That's what's happening here. The cake is on the table. And what portion is belonging to us? You draw a circle. You put 38%, you leave the other 62. This whole 62 belongs to us. If you want to put an additional on the side, you put the retail profit. And if you want to put other benefits that I'll talk about now in closing, you put them there. All this section is what we are eating here. Welcome to eating money. The people that you brought, they will also bring people, meaning they'll also be upgraded, meaning they'll also earn money. But you also go behind them to earn what is called indirect commission, because had you not brought those four, those many now would never have come. Now, those men will also bring people. Had you not brought these four, who brought those 16, those 64 were never going to come. So you are supposed to earn money continually going down. And you end up earning money from each line that is connected to you. Amazing. And someone foolish will ask me a foolish question. Where will I get people, and where will people continue getting people? People, where you came from, that's where people are still coming from. And the population is not going down. The population is increasing. And it's way over 8 billion people now. There are no jobs. Technology is coming. And the rate at which technology is increasing, the job that you have today can be wiped out in the next 36 months. Companies are introducing technology departments, AI departments, where you enter into a room. There's no one to talk to there. There's machines. You get serviced there. In China, one of my students went to study in China. And while she was studying there, she fell very sick. She was taken to hospital. And doctor said she needed surgery. She was taken into the theater room. The surgery was done by robots. She was wide awake. She could see the whole procedure. There was no human being in that room. The human being came after. And it was not like nurses around and the scissors and all. No, it was the machines. And she was operated. And she then, when she came back to Zimbabwe, she said, what you were teaching us in 2007, 2008, 2009, now we are in 2025. It's now reality in our lives. Some people who attended my meetings in 2009, they are thinking of me. They are talking about me right now, husband and wife in their bedroom now. The husband has been told there's no more job because of technology. A machine has arrived from Taiwan. A machine has arrived from Singapore. A machine has arrived from China, and you have to leave. If the world continues like this, who needs a school teacher? Who needs a school teacher in a world where a robot can stand and say everything? Who even needs to go to that school when you can know everything before you even go there? You have all the information in in your phone. You can ask AI. AI tells you everything. So these are these are all things that are happening. Even farm workers, there's now technology that can do what the many farm workers were doing. If I want my presentation to be AI based, I can create it to be AI. I can create another AI Tendai who can come here and do AI presentation. Non-stop from morning to evening, 24 hours while I'm sleeping. And people are joining and buying products with AI Tendai. In short, you are going to be now earning money from each line that is connected to you. That $48,000 is coming from Ace Group, B's Group, C's Group. But as they are earning the money, as you are earning the money, they are also earning. And in terms of growing in rank, once you have 3 people moving in rank, you move to the next level. Percentages are increasing as you go. The business is good because you can do it online like this and offline. Meaning if there's anything that is going to happen in your country that will force you to stay home, you can still build it from home, just like what we are doing here, without needing to go to an office and orders being made online and being delivered. In closing, you get special awards on top of the money you earn from the group, from your personal name and everywhere. When you become level 4, level 5 within 1 month, you get a fast growth award. Level 6 within 6 months, you get an all expenses international trip to China and to other destinations. So every May and October, we have this international trip. In May last year, it was to Dubai. In October last year, it was to China. The China trip is again coming in October. In May, we have the trip to Canada. When you become level 7, within 12 months, you get $10,000 business car award. This is on top of the money that you are earning. This is just once-off awards. 1-star manager, when you have 2 people that are level 8, you enter into the profit share, which is paid every quarter. 2-star manager, when you have a 38-star, you get $35,000 luxury car award. At 4th 8-star, you are 3-star manager, you get $150,000. And honorary chairman, you get $300,000. Look at our end of year annual conferences. Our business is bigger than the pictures that people have in their minds. In 2009, I traveled to China to attend. In 2006, in July, I traveled to Nigeria to attend the first meeting for Africa region, and I saw people getting awards, and it was big at the Surulere Stadium in Lagos. I came back from the Surulere Lagos Stadium conference, and I quit my temporary job, and I went on to do this business full time because of what I saw there. There was a guy called Sunny. Sunny from Nigeria came to me and said, "Young man, I see you are very young, and I see that you are the youngest person to receive an award in this conference. I want to encourage you and tell you that 10 years from now, your life will be different from what you are seeing now if you don't give up." 10 years after Sunny said this to me, I was on the stage receiving a villa, a house award, a luxury car award. I had traveled to so many countries in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, in the United States, and so on. And I'm here to tell you that if you make the same decision today to say yes to our business, he was saying 10 years from then, because there was not much technology like what we see today. With the technology that we are seeing today, 2 years from now, 1 year, 3 years from now, you can have a totally different life from what you are seeing now because of this business. Look at our Bolivia conference on the first picture on top. To think that this is the 5th anniversary celebration with almost close to 10,000 people. Yet one person entered and started inviting people. Because now the eloquent speaker can now speak to the whole world at once in a Zoom meeting like this online. Look at the Columbia 4th anniversary celebration. Look at our international conference in China and the visits at our production facilities. Look at the numbers at our conference. When I joined the business, like in my country, many professionals did not want to do this kind of business. Years later, technology is coming, AI is taking over, and so on. They are considering and coming into the network marketing profession. And we see young people, middle aged, and old people getting involved because you don't need much physical effort to be sitting in a Zoom meeting like this listening. Some of you are even lying on your bed. Some of you are stretching your legs on the sofa and you are just listening. Some of you have connected on television. Some of you are on the computer. You don't need much physical energy to do that. But look at what information is getting into you, so that when it becomes one with you and you start using it, it then brings value to your life and to your family. Congratulations to our team members from Zimbabwe, from Zambia, from Madagascar, from Mozambique, from Malawi, from Zimbabwe, from Canada, from all over the world, from the United Kingdom, from Burkina Faso, from Ivory Coast, from Ghana, from Namibia, from Botswana, who are joining the team and qualifying for all these awards. I love you because you make me a truth teller. While other people think it's a lie, your hard work and your commitment to prove that results are possible, to earn money on Friday, the 20th of February, you are proving that he is the truth teller. He was telling the truth in that meeting by receiving the trip to China and going on the Emirates flight, Qatar Airways, Air France, and so on. You are proving that I'm telling the truth. When you stand on the stage to receive the car award, when you buy groceries for your family, when you send your children to better schools, you are preaching to them that he was telling the truth. And that is why I love you from the bottom of my heart. And that is why I wish you success. And even the money that you're getting from this business can multiply a tenfold, a hundredfold, that you can grow faster and bigger than what you have seen in the past, that your sales can grow a hundredfold, a thousandfold, so that still you can continue to be believed by people who did not believe you yesterday. Congratulations to all our achievers and team members for all the hard work that you're doing and all the sitting that you're doing that has brought all these results. All the Facebook posts, Instagram, TikTok, and everything you are doing. Go TikToking, go Facebooking, and it continue to attract more and more people. And those that said no to you yesterday will say yes to you tomorrow when you show the results. When you qualify for the Villa Awards, when more people are earning money, when you become a six-figure earner, when you become a seven-figure earner, more and more people will believe. When you fill the stadium with your team, fill the conference facilities with your team, more and more people will be attracted and believe in what you're doing. And if this is your first time to be here, as you make the decision to become a part of our team, we welcome you to the world of success. Welcome to the world of money. Welcome to the world of impact. We have positive impact in the lives of many people. The people that you are seeing here today, they were struggling yesterday, some of them. Today, it is a thing of the past. You can stop money from becoming a major problem in your life when you seize opportunities like this. You can travel the world. As you see these partners, some of them are in the meeting tonight. You can imagine if you check at the bottom on your right, this is Millionaire Club. People that earn 1 million US dollars per annum and above. To think that the day they joined, some of them paid 300 US dollars. Some paid $1,000. Some they joined with $20, some with $200. But today they are $1 million earners annually. This is incredible. This is like miracle. To think that these people here coming from different backgrounds have the lifestyle they have today because of the power of this opportunity. Anyone willing to do this, you can do this. Right in front of you on your screen, you are seeing the proof and the evidence that this is real. And you are hearing the voice of the evidence. I sit here as the proof and the evidence that any other thing that you hear, contrary to what we are saying, is a fake and is not true. What we are telling you here is real. If there was no money, why would I sit here to talk for 1 hour and the thing is no money? Why would I even do that? Why would I commit such a sin to my body? Why would I commit such a wrong thing to myself? Why would I do that? To sit here lying to people? For what? What benefit would it give me if people were never going to fly the world? They were never going to earn money. They were never going to receive awards. If it was is what ignorant people say on the streets, why would I be here? I went to school to study finance because I wanted to understand the subject of money. Why would I go and study money and then start doing things that have no money? What kind of what kind of foolishness is that? But because the thing works, hence you see us here. Look at our conferences. Look at them standing on the stage receiving awards in different countries. Look at the numbers at our conventions. Look at the awarding ceremonies in different countries across the world. This business works. If this is your first time to be here, ladies and gentlemen, go back to the person who invited you. That person is going to help you to become a part of our team. But before I leave, I would want to give the opportunity to 1 or 2 people to share, and then we're going to close the meeting. But I want you to hear from people that are using the product, people that are doing the business, and so on. So 1 or 2 or 3 people, kindly quickly unmute yourselves and share. As I check your comments on chat, you can go ahead. Hello, Bridget.
Good evening.
Good evening, Madam
sir.
Bridget. Fine, thank you.
Good evening, sir. Thank you. I want to encourage people.
It's Bridget from where? What's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Bridget Luchendo. I'm from Zambia, Lusaka.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes. I'm a 5-star distributor under Greenwood. I joined Greenwood in my critical condition because I had a 7.9 centimeter brain tumor that I lived it with for years unknowingly. It was just discovered the same day on 4th of December 2024, and the same day I had to undergo surgery because my BP had skyrocketed, something that I've never lived with. Yeah, that day it was high. I was in a critical condition, and the surgery was done. To the glory of God, Mr. George Siame, the one running Kabwe Hub in Zambia, heard about it and bought for me some products with Dr. Msonda that I used religiously.
Yeah.
Because I was told that they didn't remove the entire tumor in the first surgery, and I was supposed to go to India for another surgery.
Yeah.
So I took these products as if my life depended on them.
Yes.
I did that. And after a month and 2 weeks, it was time to do review. I went to my Nasoko military hospital where we did the MRI scans and all the necessary tests. And we took the CDs to UTH for the doctor to view them. So after the doctors saw those CDs, they started calling each other. Calling each doctor. My daughter who went there was worried, so worried that maybe something wrong had happened, because doctors kept asking her, what did your mother take?
Yeah.
So when they saw the fear in her eyes, because she's just 25, they told her,
hi, Bridget. Hi, Bridget.
Again for another review after 6 months. That's my
Okay, we had lost
testimony.
you.
I give God the glory, and I'm saying thank you to Dr. Msonda and Mr. Siame. They are the ones that helped me get through this phase. Thank
So
you.
doctors have confirmed the 7-centimeter tumor is gone.
Yes, they have. I'm yet to go for another review soon, and I'll give the team the feedback after, again, the review.
And which products of Greenwood were you taking, the ones that you can remember?
I was taking brain care. I was taking Ganoderma. I took ginseng.